Hi, it's me, Blue Jays Domain. It's been a bit since I was last on here, and this definitely wasn't the video I was planning on making, but here we are. After getting blue balled yesterday, and any bit of hope shit on today, the Jays move forward in a world without Shohei Ohtani, the fucking greatest player to ever exist. It's a world that almost every fan expected to be in at the start of the offseason, but hope really did kind of show up out of nowhere when all these Blue Jay rumors started. And a lot of us believed it until yesterday, when it kind of felt like the world took a great big dump on anything Blue Jays related. So yeah, while it was fun yesterday, it's time to strap in because shit is going to get serious, and it has to. The Jays have holes to fix and money to spend. So where do they go from here? Well, we know they have fuck you money, and although they'll probably put that into their pockets and save it for a Bo and Vlad extension, which makes the most sense, we do need to address their needs and how much money they'd be willing to spend. Assuming they aren't going to throw $600 million around again, they're probably going to be looking at probably 70 to 80 million, which would kind of sit them into where they were last year in the payroll. So let's kind of take a look. First, we need to address the needs Toronto has. That is third base, outfield, a DH, and a little bit of bullpen pieces, but that's not going to be included in this video. So if you're a bullpen guy, sorry. Starting off with some targets for Toronto, there's Cody Bellinger, who had a bounce-back season, but has a lot of red flags, especially 2 seasons where he was the worst player to ever exist. He made Chris Davis look good. There's a reunion with Teoscar Hernandez, snagging 2021 World Series legend Jorge Soler, a Hoskins deal that would be similar to Marcus Semien, just not $18 million, probably more $12 million. Could go back to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's a free agent, although highly unlikely it happens. There's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Ugh. There's a reunion that could trigger Vietnam-level flashbacks for Jays fans in Matt Chapman. You could go steal from the Dodgers and get JD Martinez, although that would feel like, a pity prize. There's Mitch Garver, who is a very legitimate candidate and definitely needs to be looked at more, just based off of his performance over the last little bit. And there's Blue Jays legend Gio Urshela. On the trade side of things, I don't really know who there is besides Brandon Drury. I did see a little bit of Isaac Paredes, but the Rays aren't going to trade him within the division, so that one's kind of not a thing. And there's no real other infielders that I think could be a legitimate candidate to be moved that can play third base. I think the only other one on the move that would make sense is Jonathan India, and he's not going to play third base. So, what's the offseason going to look like, and who's it going to be? My guess is something along the lines of Teoscar Hernandez, a 4-year deal, probably $70 million. I don't think he can get 20 a year, especially after last year. You can look at Jorge Soler. I have him in there as a 3-year, $57 million deal. Gio Urshela, a 2-year, $22 million deal, an option for the second year, and some random relievers that have some options because the Jays don't really have any. That would have the Jays seeing a lineup of George Springer leading off, playing right field, Bichette following him up, playing shortstop, Vlad at first, batting third, Teo in left, batting fourth, or at DH, either or, Soler, DH, or left field, again, either or, batting fifth, Kirk batting sixth, and catching, Varsho batting seventh, and the center fielder. That one's pretty obvious that's going to happen. Kiermaier's not going to come back, and don't get Michael A. Taylor. I have Davis Schneider in at second base, could easily be Biggio. And then batting ninth, I have Gio Urshela at third base as a platoon. So on the bench, I have Nathan Lucas as that fifth outfielder. We got Orelvis Martinez as my platoon third baseman. I think he wins that job kind of coming out of spring training. Just because he's got that pop, and he's got a little bit more pop than Addison Barger does. Not a lot more, but it's there. And the Jays just need something that can go over the fence at this point. I got Jansen on the bench again. I feel like Kirk's going to play more than Jansen is at second base, or at catcher, sorry. And I got Biggio on the bench as well as the other second baseman. So that's fun. I do have Espinal getting traded, and God knows for what. Not much. Probably like $1 into the vending machine. But Espinal, not here. That's a team that can still compete in the AL East. This team, if you put together that lineup, is still a team that can compete in the AL East. I don't have them getting a starter because I just genuinely think they have Alek Manoah start, and it just makes the most sense. So, yeah, maybe Bowden Francis is that like long man 6 starter guy. I like that idea. So there's that. But this is a team that can compete in 2024, has to compete in 2024. And after the Yankees got Juan Soto and striking out on Shohei Ohtani, they kind of have to do something, and it's going to be a whirlwind over the next 2 months because stuff's going to happen. They aren't just going to sit back and do nothing. So just those are the moves that I think make the most sense. I know the Jays said they were going to be active in the trade market. They don't really have a lot to trade away, in my opinion, because they aren't going to be able to get anything big because they aren't going to move Tiedemann and Barger and Martinez. So, well, maybe those two that could move, but Tiedemann's not going to move. And then after that, the other guys they have that are good prospects are still so far away. So I don't really see them being as active in the trade market as some may expect. But again, that could be very wrong if they find a deal that works for them. So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty important next couple of months for the Toronto Blue Jays because they got to find a way to compete. So, yeah. And guess what? If they can hit the baseball like they're supposed to, like they did in 2021 and 2022, that's a way bigger addition into the season than Shohei Ohtani. If you can get everyone hitting like they're supposed to, George Springer hitting like he's supposed to, Vladdy hitting like he's supposed to, Kirk hitting like he's supposed to, that's awesome. That's a big addition. That's 3 guys, not 1. Not saying it's comparable, just saying 3's better than 1. So yeah, this, like I said, it can still be a good offseason, but it's not Shohei Ohtani level good, so fans are probably going to say it's going to suck. So yeah, it sucks. No Ohtani. He is quite literally one of the greatest players to ever exist. He might go down as the greatest of all time. So yeah, what do you guys think of this offseason? What do you think the Jays do? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you guys are brand new. We're going to try and do weekly videos. Try and come out every Sunday would make the most sense. And yeah, just thanks for stopping by and peace.
Launches it.